What if everything you thought you knew was wrong? What if the greatest mystery of all wasn't found in a hospital, but in a book written over 1400 years ago? Could Dr. Gregory House, the ultimate skeptic, ever find himself drawn to the teachings of Islam? Dr. Gregory House, the misanthropic genius we all love to watch, is known for his razor-sharp intellect and unrelenting cynicism. A staunch atheist, he trusts only in what he can see, touch, and measure. Religion? To him, it's nothing more than superstition. But what happens when his relentless pursuit of knowledge leads him to Islam, a faith that not only encourages questioning but demands it? Islam is a religion that thrives on reason, reflection, and seeking truth. It's a faith that doesn't fear inquiry, but welcomes it. The Quran itself challenges humanity to explore its verses. Do they not reflect upon the Quran? If it had been from any other than Allah, they would have found within it much contradiction. Quran 4-82. This verse might stop House in his tracks. After all, here's a faith that doesn't just tolerate skepticism, it thrives on addressing it. For a man who prides himself on challenging everything, could this be the perfect intellectual puzzle? Picture House sitting in his office, flipping through a Quran for the first time, his sharp eyes scanning verses about the natural world. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of the night and the day, are signs for those of understanding. Quran 3:190. These are not blind appeals to faith, but calls to reason, to observe, to think. Islam intertwines science and spirituality in a way that could intrigue even the most hardened skeptic. As House dives deeper, he might come across the rich history of Islamic scholars, giants like Al-Biruni and Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, whose work bridged science and faith. Their contributions to medicine and astronomy weren't separate from their belief in God, they were inspired by it. Imagine House grappling with this concept that faith could fuel intellectual curiosity rather than hinder it. But House wouldn't stop there. He'd ask the hard questions. If God exists, why is there suffering? Why believe in a higher power when life seems so chaotic? Isn't faith just a way to avoid reality? Islam has answers for these, but they're not simplistic ones. The Quran acknowledges suffering as part of the human experience, a test of patience and faith. We will certainly test you with a touch of fear, hunger, loss of wealth, life and fruits, but give good news to those who patiently endure. Quran 2:1-5. For House, who has faced pain and loss, this might strike a nerve. Islam doesn't shy away from life's complexities. It embraces them. It provides a framework for understanding hardship, not as meaningless chaos, but as an opportunity for growth and reliance on Allah. In a pivotal moment, imagine House encountering a Muslim patient who radiates calmness despite a terminal illness. Their peace comes not from a cure, but from their faith, their trust in tawakkul or reliance on Allah. It's a kind of strength that even House, in his relentless cynicism, might envy. And then there's the Quran's ultimate invitation to thinkers like House, and we have certainly made the Quran easy for remembrance. So is there any who will remember? Quran 54-17. This isn't blind faith, it's a challenge, a call to read, to reflect, and to find answers for oneself. Would Dr. House, a man who thrives on solving the unsolvable, take up this challenge? Would he find himself drawn to the logic, the depth and the beauty of Islam? Or would his pride and cynicism keep him from seeing the bigger picture? Perhaps the real question isn't whether House would embrace Islam, but whether he could deny its invitation to seek knowledge, to reflect, and to grow. Because for someone like House, who lives to uncover the truth, could anything be more compelling than a faith that says, "Read in the name of your Lord who created." Quran 96:1. May Allah guide those who seek the truth. May He brintawan He tell open hearts and minds, including the most skeptical ones. Amin.